Praja Path, People's Way, a ceremonial boulevard reflecting people's civic duties to turn protesters to performers at civic life of a city, proposed first time in the history of architecture and town planning in the world. Research observations. Most of the public squares are large open spaces left in city centers surrounded by commercial institutional buildings with a central attraction of a pillar-like monument standing tall. As such, there is no specific intended building stood specially for public square to carry activities to educate citizens on civic duties and responsibilities. As such, many of the monument or pillar in the center do not reflect any specific design features reflecting required unity, supporting nature of citizens in city life process. Many times, these city centers will become target of people's protest on public issues which have gone out of control, and protest march will turn violent and create chaos at these centers. The reason is that public square activities never targeted to educate citizens on citizen duties and responsibilities through a dedicated space zone historically. Citizen fights for their rights, but do citizens know their duties and responsibilities, which is the basis of life process of a civic society? If public close their eyes while public issues are being grown up, and when it comes to monster size, public tend to flock onto city centers, public squares for protesting, which may turn into violence in many cases, creating chaos at public square. If the citizens are irresponsible with their behavior in their own lifestyles as well towards society, then it can create lots of public safety problems. Conclusions. Then what is the solution that keeps the people civic duty bound and civic responsible? Maybe a highly creative, well-planned public plaza square which can take all needs of the society and stand inspirational, showing the eternal need of the people unity and support to civic society, may pave the way for Praja Path, that is people's way of life. This project of Andhra Pradesh People's Plaza Public Square is towards that goal for people of Andhra Pradesh to live in. There can never be a better symbolic representation to show human unity other than with the human pyramid. Andhra Pradesh People's Plaza Public Square at capital city Amaravati. First time in the history of humanity, the following is done. To represent all people, soil collected from 16,000 habitable spaces, villages and urban wards from state of Andhra Pradesh, and water collected from 38 rivers of India to show symbolically that people to be united and support each other, and as well civic society, so that everyone will be united. The photo shows the soil collected which was piled at the place of foundation stone laid for the new capital city Amaravati. Concept basis: Mana Matti, Mana Bangaram. My ground, my gold. Soil collected from the 16,000 habitable spaces will be kept in a symbolic way in the grand ground floor stilt lobby of 6 meters high around each column, and at the base of the column the water will be flowing as shown. Zoning plan for 42-acre site. The site is divided into 17 zones to meet all the requirements to have a public plaza, public square, meeting all the requirements of all the sections of the people. Proposed zoning area statement. As said, the site is divided into 17 zones as like this: Youth Zone, Citizens Duties Zone, Science and Innovation Zone, Commercial Zone, Exhibition Zone, Children's Zone, Entertainment Zone, Waterfront Entertainment Zone, Waterfront and Sports Boating, Senior Citizens, Park Garden, Green and Services Zone, Heritage Zone, Monument Zone, Enlightenment Zone, Sports Competition Zone, Citizens Demonstration Public Protest Zone, including police post. The total area is 90,084 square meters. Proposed land use area statement. Proposed building footprint is around 3%. Open space for all outdoor activities including green areas 60%. Monument zone 3%. Internal driveways parking 21%. 3 meter wide pathways and footpath 13%. Proposed concept design features description. 1. Access to inside the site provided from 3 roads with 3 style of arcade of columns indicating different types of people coming and joining at Praja Path, Ceremonial Boulevard, which lead people with red carpet welcome to form a spiral force around the monument and will further form as a support columns to the monument at ground like stilt columns. 1200 car parking bays proposed from 3 roads, and rest of the site is pedestrian friendly and only service vehicles will be allowed. Point 3. 7.5 meter wide green belt proposed around the site to create walkway effect like in woods. 4. The site is divided into 17 zones to promote various activities to increase civic sense. 5. 3 meter wide footpath and pathways proposed connecting all zones. 6. Praja Path, People's Way, is the Ceremonial Boulevard walkway proposed first time in the history of town planning and architecture to highlight people's will in People's Plaza Square as a people's way of life in civil society. monument tower reflects unity and support of the people like a human pyramid. Capsule lift tower 120 meters, mud color metal sheet tower 30 meters, and above gold color glass tower 50 meter height with a small globe of diameter 6 meter on top. The whole monument tower concept design is inspired by human pyramid, a game people play which gives team support and strength of unity. To show people need to be responsible role models and form Praja Path in a civil society, a good way of life. At the ground level, people can take capsule lifts to reach deck restaurant at 120 meters above to see panoramic view and can have dinner. And also can see mud and gold colored tower of above 80 meters. A staircase of 6 meter by 3.5 meter with concrete wall will provide structural strength to the 200 meter height tower structure till top. Round building of 80 meter dia with 5 floors of an height of 20 meter which houses various commercial and institutional offices has a vibrant base of monument tower with 2 sets of lifts, escalators and stairs proposed. All 4 capsule lifts will travel through the globe and reaching 100 meters above to reach restaurant deck. 5 floors height circular building with eye-opening windows highlight that people need to open their eyes to the society problem and not to come at the last minute to create chaos at the public square. A 40 meter dia globe showing actual view of the planet Earth in day and night with actual facing of north, south, east, west is proposed. Soil collected from 13,000 villages and 3,000 urban wards in pots will be symbolically placed around columns at grand ground lobby of 6 meter height in all 13,000 and 3,000 villages, and their ward names will be written. At the base of each column, water will be flowing symbolically representing water from 38 rivers, where each river name will be written on each column base and water will be recycling at the column base.